This is the Xcut Express. It's a craft die cutting machine. It's not designed for what we're using it for, but it's perfectly adequate. And as you can see, it's nice and compact. There's other things you could use. There's a list on my website of all sorts of possibilities to get around the whole fact that you need some kind of press. So this is the Xcut. It looks a little bit like a sandwich toaster, and it has a handle, okay, and it opens like this, so it's really handy to move around. It weighs about 7 kilograms. It comes with these. It comes with an A4 bed and some die cutting equipment. The A4 bed isn't really long enough for us, so you have to get hold of another one. But I'll just show you first, before I do that, how we set it up. It comes with these trays, which you could just take out, but I tend to keep them in there. But you need to take them out and you need to lock it. Okay, that stops this flapping around. And then if they tuck quite neatly, that way round. Okay, if I hold it on its side, if you can, the camera can see that, what we've got inside is 2 rollers. There's my fingers in between them. 2 rollers, okay, and what this dial does on top, it pushes the top roller down. It pushes the top roller down, all the way down to the bed. Okay, if you have a different kind of die cutter, you need to pack up so that your paper and your plate and your bed meet your roller at the right pressure. Putting it all the way up. So for a bed, what I use, and you could, as long as it's solid, it doesn't really matter. It could be MDF, it could be ply. This is, if you can see that, it's a piece of that melamine, that plastic catering cutting mat. It comes as a 60 something centimeters by 40 something, 60 by 42 I think it is, and basically you just kind of chop it. It doesn't really matter. I've cut it with a jigsaw. Okay, you might get someone to do it for you neater. I've cut it with a jigsaw, so it walks a little bit, but that's not important. What's important is that it goes in. I'm in a very small space here. It goes in freely, okay? So it can move around freely. It can be as long as you like. And if you look on my website, I've got some 75 centimetre long prints, and I've done 120 centimetre long prints. Obviously your width is restricted by the width of your roller. Your length could be as long as a piece of plank that you've got that can act as a bed. This is about 12 millimeters thick. I wouldn't necessarily go for any thinner than that, otherwise you'll be doing an awful lot of packing. You also need some kind of felt. This felt I bought from Lawrence's in the UK. It's specifically for etching presses, but any felt will do, anything smooth. So I have in the past used smooth yoga mats, carpet underlay, felt you can buy on eBay, just like a dense felt. As long as it doesn't have a texture and it's spongy, it's fine. And you only need 1 piece. With a big etching press, you often have 3 pieces, and that's a whole different complicated thing, which we really don't need at the moment. And you need some paper. This is just newsprint to keep everything, try and keep everything nice and clean. I need 1 for the underneath, and I need 1 for on top. And then my felt goes in there. So if I just show you what that does, if I push the roller all the way down, okay, it's going to move and this way, okay, and you'll get it when you get there. Okay, that's what it does.